All right, let's do this. This is your collective reading, and it applies at the time that you receive this message. What does not apply to you, go ahead and pass it on, and we can simply give it to the person next to you. Maybe it applies to the person next to you. We never know. We never assume. Why is it doing that? See, I'm trying here. Is that how it goes? Or does this go? Is it going that way? Oh my God. It's like having dyslexia. Oh my God. All right. Let's do this thing. I'm excited. What is coming for the week for all of us? What is our spirit message? I'm in a good mood because everything's going to be okay, you guys. So you don't, find a new community in Arkansas, man. The Democrats are like wild in Arkansas, from what I understand. All right. Where we are at right now, the base of the matter is love, 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 love. Ace of Cups moving in the base house. Love yourself, baby girl. Love yourself, baby boy. Now is the time. And everything in between and beyond, or however I don't know. Base card at this time is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups moves in to teach us that love is as perennial as the grass. Love is as perennial as the grass. Yes. Who here is feeling like no one cares about them? Who here is feeling like nobody cares about them? Oh, there's a nice picture of my shoes. Okay. All right. Ace of Cups is a beautiful card. It often will denote a desire to connect with spirit. It is kind of like the abundance of love coming from the universe. And it's beautiful when you get the Ace of Cups as a base card, because um, it would denote that a sense that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. You know, these are scary times, but I am somebody who, I am a firm believer in stoicism. We will work this out. Whatever the problem was, or whatever the problem is at this time, know that we will work it out. So we go into a recession. It couldn't possibly be as bad as the Dust Bowl. What a nightmare that was. No water for 5 years. Watching children dying from their lungs filled with dust. I mean, we have survived harsh times, the Civil War. These are harsh, harsh memories, right, in the soul of our country, right? This things that we have gone through here in the United States, and throughout the world, we have known harsh times, right? So, as of now, know that the energy is very ripe for positive change. The other thing that they're suggesting at this time is for us to be mindful of the importance of meditation, that we focus on our meditation work. Who here has been working on their meditation? You've been working on your meditation practice? Four of Swords comes in often to teach us the importance of prayer work and deep spiritual work. So, on the one hand, you have this beautiful energy coming in saying that you have this create love. The more we meditate, the more we pray for others, the more we raise the vibration up for ourselves and others. It can only be a good thing, right? It can only be a good thing. All right. Am I supposed to pull it this way? Oh my God, I'm so dyslexic right now. It's just all turned around the camera. All right, where we're at right now, the first house is now is a time for you to be thinking about what you want to do with the rest of your life. First house is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups comes to you as the first house. She's the dreamer. Basically, if you are struggling with something right now and you don't know what to do, they're saying now is not the time to make any major decisions. Now is the time for you to meditate. You can see that Four of Cards. Meditate on love and good vibes. Anything you build in life, you're going to want to build it from a place of love and being in a healthy mental state. You never want to be making decisions that are based on something unhealthy, being in a place of desperation. You want to always go from a place of love. You always want to go from a place that's good vibes, right? So you have that nice Ace of Cups moving in. The other thing is Four of Swords, to be in deep meditation. So we have love here, meditate on love, and meditate on God, love, consciousness, right? And we also have this energy of the Queen of Cups. Now is the time to dream. Dream about what you're trying to manifest. If you want to master something, what is it that you've chosen to master? We talk a lot about this here on YouTube. We talk a lot about the fact that there are many reasons why you are alive. But part of why you are alive is to create something which is known as tikkun olam. And tikkun olam means to fix the world in some capacity. Tikkun olam, to fix the world. Tikkun is to fix olam, the world, to fix the world. So part of why you are here is to take an imperfect world and make it more perfect. And part of how we do that is we do that by becoming a master of something, being the best at something, and then giving that mastery to the world. So the benefit of being a master is that you are fixing the world by being another master in the world, right? A master artist, a master violinist, a master physician, a master nurse, a master teacher, right? So it's one of the things you are called to do is to fix the world through mastery. And that starts from a place of self-awareness, meditation, work, Four of Swords, and allowing yourself to be a vessel for love to come through you through your spiritual practice. And now is the time for you to be focusing on the Queen of Cups. Remember, the Queen of Cups rubs her lamp and dreams. This is not a time of being active. This is a time when instead they're asking you to focus on the inner work. Now is the time to do inner work. Your crossing card at this time is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles moves in as the crossing card, which means that now is the time to be about your business, child. Be about your business, child. Who here feels that they want to either do a side business, they want to develop their side hustle, or just the business of getting on with your life, right? So you might feel that now is the time to get on with the business of your life, right? So your crossing card is your business. It's your business sense. It's your Queen of Pentacles. It's a lot of us are doing this. It's somebody deep in meditation, trying to be a vessel for love, but their sticking point is the business of their life. In the next 6 months, if you continue your meditation work, know that it's always a good thing. to do your spiritual work. Do your spiritual work fast first, because that's going to clear you energetically so that you're making the right decisions going forward. Because karma, for every action there's a reaction of equal or sometimes greater force. And so you want to make sure that anything you create is being created from a place of love and abundance. And that's why they're saying, from a place of meditation, love, and abundance, holding before you make any major decisions, that's the best direction to go in. You can see that Six of Wands, which is a victory card, and it would indicate that over the next 6 months, you're manifesting really positive things. The fourth house is what is above you. It is what you are manifesting in the higher ethos. Remember, the more positive work you do, the more prayer work, and the more positive place you can get in mentally, the better for your future and your future plans. What you're sitting in at this time, remember, the Ace of Swords is a 1-year period. The Ace of Swords is a 1-year period. What do we mean by that when we say that the Ace of Swords is a 1-year period? Swords correspond to years, Pentacles week, Wands months. That's how I read them in terms of time. So we're talking about over the next 6 months to a year, build a plan for yourself. Excuse me. What would you like to achieve over the next 6 months? What would you like to achieve over the next 1 year? What do your finances look like over the next 6 months? What do your finances look like for the next year? What does your housing situation look like for the next 6 months to a year? I've decided to renew my lease for another year. That was my decision. I think things are pretty good here. It's rent controlled. It's a nice city, Portland. It's got an airport. There's a lot of reasons why I have decided to stay here for another year. But with this kind of juxtaposition, thinking about the year, Ace of Swords and a Six of Wands in your fourth house, start thinking about where you want to go from here. What is your 1-year plan? What you're coming out of could be you're coming out of legal challenges or divorce, or when justice comes in, it often comes with boundaries. It often comes with cutting the cord or ending former relationships. It can be that you came out of a divorce, you came out of endings, you terminated relationships, you could be coming out of a legal action against another person, but it's indicating that the past is over and there could be a formal severing between yourself and others, and headed towards taking control of your life. This is the time of stoicism. Remember, you will always be the one that fixes your life. Nobody else can fix your life. You have to be the one to fix your life. Five of Swords is to take the weapons of war away from your enemies and to take control of a situation. It goes back to the mantra of the Stoic, right? People are jerks. People are not always so nice. And so the onus is really on us, right? We have to save ourselves. We cannot rely on others to save us. We have to save ourselves. And that's kind of what you get with this kind of energy, with that Five of Swords moving in, is that this is a time when this individual is taking control. You did the right thing if you did it this way. In plainer words, to hold for the next couple of months and really just meditate and think about, how can I create more love and goodness in the world? Do I have a 6-month plan? Do I have a 1-year plan? Have I truly ended it with those people that I need to end it with? Have I finished up my court cases, my legal responsibilities, and taken control, Five of Swords, to now go and build something? Remember, you are going to have to eventually deal with the business, the financial aspects of your life, because your crossing card is the Queen of uh, Pentacles. Eventually, you're going to have to look at your finances. You're going to have to look at how much money's going out, how much money's coming in, what the interest rates are on your credit cards, etc. All of that stuff has to be addressed. Do you have a side gig? Do you need a side gig? Are you ready to give up life in an expensive town and think about maybe a small town in Vermont or a small town in Iowa's looking pretty good. A lot of people like Iowa. They're what are they? They green, right? They say they're green. Iowa's green. They're not really a Republican, or other people say pink. If you're from Iowa, what are you? Pink, green? What's your color? Purple? Not really purple. I just think they're agriculture focused. Whatever's good for the farmer, Iowa, but they're not really as Republican as people think. And Trump is not doing well in Iowa, actually. But yeah, that Five of Swords moving in your near future means that you will figure it out. You will take control of your situation. You will fix it. Yes, indeed. We believe in you. We believe in you. Where you're at right now, death. A major transformation is over you. The death card is moving into 7th position. Your life is changing. You have changed. If you stay on this trajectory, prayer, meditation, love, thinking before you make major decisions in your life, then it will only go well for you. Because I knew you, I was changed for good. You know that song? So you have major death and transformation over you at this time. Good, good, good. And your house of obstacle is, think about your past relationships with money, with people. Do you feel that any of your family history created scarcity? Like, did your parents teach you abundance, or did they teach you scarcity? Be willing to do shadow work. Be willing to see yourself as having the things you want out of life. What do you truly need and want to be happy over the next 6 months to a year? And be able to break cycles, because the house of obstacles is Empress. Maybe you don't feel you deserve the wealth. Maybe you don't feel you deserve abundance. It could be a time of really having to ask yourself if you have possibly engaged in any self-sabotage. Do you feel you're entitled to the good life? Do you feel that you are unconsciously sabotaging your own happiness because it stands as an obstacle? Your hope and fear at this time is the need to constantly defend your position. Don't get into arguments with people, right? That's easier said than done, right? This need to constantly defend or protect. If you're holding on to nothing, there's nothing to defend, so don't hold on to anything. Yeah. So, in plainer words, if you're out there screaming your opinions like Dr. Whimsy, expect somebody's going to disagree with you. And then don't get upset when you wind up in a shouting match. That used to be my cycle. And this is the transformation I see for myself right now, which is I no longer hold anything up to be attacked. I simply give the readings. This is how the Republicans feel about it. This is how the Democrats feel. This is how Trump feels from what I can gather. And I personally am trying to move away from 7-1. I don't want to hold up anything I have to defend, right? And so that frees you up to have time to go and work on what matters to you. Final outcome for you is your dreams. The things that brought you joy when you were happy are the things that will bring you back. Go back to the joys of youth. Six of Cups is the ability to go back to the things of youth. Go back to the things we loved when we were younger. hmm Go back to authenticity. Be willing to take calculated risk in your life after you've done the research. For example, I'm looking at a drop shipping business, right? I am really, I really love Korean spa. I love Korean spa and Japanese spa. You guys ever like go to a Korean spa? Filipino spa, Japanese spa, and Korean spa. Women in these cultures are beautiful into their 90s. Have you seen their skin? Their ageless beauty. Ever been to a spa? Korean spa? LA has the best Korean spas. Japanese spas, Filipino spas. Women just go and they pamper themselves. They spend the entire day just pampering themselves. Right? So I'm thinking I want to make a business of it. I want to the best natural products for, so that you can give yourself a Korean spa at home. You can give yourself like a spa treatment. Anyway, so that's probably my drop shipping idea. I've been thinking about it. But Fool takes a leap of faith. So many of us could be going in that direction where we're just, uh, because of that crossing card being business, we are going from a place of love, we're going to be building new things. Look at this again, the House of Obstacles, wealth and money. So many of you could be struggling, not feeling comfortable seeing yourself as rich. Get over it. Being rich is a good thing. It's good that you be rich. You have a moral responsibility to be rich. It is good that you be rich. Puravu in Hebrew. Puravu. Puravu. What's the first commandment? Be fruitful and multiply. Puravu. What does that mean? How do you translate that? Well, be fruitful means be successful. So the first commandment was be successful. Be fruitful. So the first commandment of being fruitful is become financially stable. Build something, be fruitful, be successful, and expand the goodness. Build something successful and then expand the goodness. Be fruitful and multiply. Or become financially stable, be successful, and then you can have children if you want them. Would be a modern interpretation of be fruitful. It's not multiply. It's be fruitful. Puravu is the Hebrew, which also translates as financial stability, right? So we want to be financially stable so that we can one day be blessed with children, right? Or be blessed with multiplying, expanding the wealth through children, through expanding our kingdom, through expanding the goodness, right? But we see here in the House of Opposition, both the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles, denoting that wealth and abundance are an obstacle. Well, think about all the great things you can do if you became successful, right? If you became successful, if you had abundance, think about all the dogs you could rescue. You could have your own animal rescue, all those dogs that are like that are just getting dumped on highways. People are just throwing the dogs out on a street, and then the dog is like lost and confused on a freaking highway, right? So this is something that, thank God for the abundance and wealth. Thank them that you are healing this, receive it, and then always commit to give a portion, like we give a portion of our wealth from YouTube, we give to charity. This today, our donations go to Hope for Pause. So get the energy flowing. You want to get that energy flowing in terms of attracting and being comfortable with wealth, because it's one of the things we're spiritually obligated to do, is to have wealth and abundance, to enjoy it, enjoy the wealth, enjoy a really great meal, and it's a good meal, enjoy the abundance, and then share it, right? And then the final outcome for you is be wary of thoughts or ideas that plague you, particularly at night. Too much stress